We took each of the maps that we've made for our 2A history project up until now, and we printed them out and bound those into a book. We're going to go through each of those maps and make a quick video for this series. Join us for Maps of 2A.
Taking another look at Season 2 of our Maps of 2A project. What we're looking at here is a book, a publication that we make here in-house of the maps that we've created thanks to our Patreons. They give us the time to work on projects like this. Maps that we've created for our Minuteman University project. The goal of Minuteman University is to provide skills and resources for Second Amendment advocates. This is part of the resources, part of the awareness and knowledge of where we are and how we got here. And for all these different topics and all these different subjects, we've created some visualizations, some maps to kind of show where we're at or to think about it in a different perspective. We've taken that information and put it into the top section here for inspiration and accomplishments, the good stuff. We got the awareness and the challenges, the difficult stuff, or the sometimes negative stuff. This time we're going to take a look at something that's kind of not really plus or minus, the number of FFLs. It's on page 15 of this new layout. So we've got the number of gun shops, but we also have the number of FFLs. So there's gun shops, which is one type of about six or eight different types of FFLs, but you've got pawn shops and you've got manufacturers, the different types of manufacturers. You've also got collectors, and then you've got importers. So there's some different types of FFLs. And what we're going to look at in this one is all those types of FFLs put together. And because that's sometimes interesting to compare with the number of specific FFLs, the gun shops specifically, the people that interact with the community, kind of become a bridge or a liaison between the community and the industry, the community and the government, regulatory, right? So the gun shops are unique. FFLs include the gun shops and the manufacturers and the importers and the pawn shops and the collectors, and that can be interesting. So what we're looking at is the number of FFLs in the United States in January of 2022, the last dates I had, or good numbers I had from ATF. And what we've done is listed them here. The colors represent few, kind of the mean or above average number of gun shops, or excuse me, FFLs. We have 136,000 FFLs in the United States. They break down in a pretty interesting kind of uniform, I don't want to say uniform, but a distributed, a kind of a distributed, a widely distributed number. In other words, they don't seem to all be in any concentrated in any one place where they originated, where they tend to be, where the laws are more friendly. It really makes no rhyme or reason. Not even population is an indicator here to some extent. I guess Alaska and Hawaii having few is an indication of population and remoteness. But for the rest of the states, I don't really think there's much of a pattern there. Now, maybe I'm wrong, and if you see a pattern, that's what this is all about, creating conversation, opportunity to talk about some of this stuff. But of the maps that I've shared from the series, this one seems to get a lot of interest. Not quite as much as the gun shops, but still I think it's more interesting in some ways because of the proportion of FFLs to gun shops doesn't quite correlate. Some states, in other words, have a lot more FFLs than gun shops, or just a few more FFLs than actual gun shops, and that can be interesting if you nerd out to this kind of stuff. So I don't know if there's a lot of conclusions you can draw from this alone, but together with the rest of the information, these visualizations hopefully will give people a better idea where our industry stands, where our community interacts with that industry, and just how much government regulation they're focusing on what in some perspectives could be not a lot of people, property, or crime. So our goal here is to make more awareness for Second Amendment issues, to give activists those resources and those point of views and that inspiration to keep going. So let us know in the comments what you think. Was this useful? Do these kind of maps offer anything, or are they just wasting people's time? If you feel that they're a useful resource, we encourage you to jump over to our Patreon, or you can subscribe to projects like this one. We take these maps, we display them in books like this, but really they're out there on the websites cooking, giving people information and awareness so that they can better strategize and implement their ideas for Second Amendment. Looking forward to your comments. Until next time, thanks for watching.
We'd like to thank the people that subscribe to our projects, who give us the time to work on things like the maps of 2A. Channel?
The guys and gals at gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com.